know that he does these. Or has he done it before, or if it wasn't a surprise face?
Right.
And I can't specify on the remembrance of the inexactual,
Right,
exactual gestural face that it gave.
Yeah, you don't
but
remember
it
what she
was
looked like.
not a surprise that it happened. It
Uh-huh.
was definitely not that. It was. Can't go into it. I'll talk to her later.
Okay.
Well, I won't. I will. Anyway. And she said, "Oh, I'll take care of it." Came out of that one to answer our question. Because you do work for us, bitch. So, you know, I answered the question.
Yeah.
And she said, I'll take care of it. We was like, oh, boo. Oh, yeah. So, even if that was a problem for us, it's done. We need to say, oh, she said, you need to talk to your parents about it. It'll be done. Because some stuff we'll have to, I'll ask your parents, or we'll handle it now. I'll ask your parents. Let's have some of this stuff.
Wait, what?
She didn't have final say so over if we can go to the park. She has to come back with an answer because then she has to ask, or she's already given permission. This is one of the questions of, she has to run it past our parents,
right.
or she would say ask your parents yourself, or we would sometimes ask our parents like didn't any did you know that I wanted to go to because sometimes it won't happen. We're like, but bitch, why wouldn't you go to the park?
Right. So
she must have asked them, but she did it. But we were asked twice. So if we would ask that twice, or talked about that twice.
So did she?
So we know don't talk. Well, it's gonna be handled. There's no need to.
So you took that as
it will be handled.
Right. So I don't have to do anything.
We know don't ask it twice. If she says about the park, oh, you don't need to ask your parents because that was our thing.
Got it.
Sure, like your parents, like you don't have to ask something again. Right, it would be handled. Like, and if it isn't handled, that means it was handled and something happened. It's like things not spoke of again. Like, so we didn't say anything again.
Have you two spoken about it again to each other?
Whom?
You and your
nanny?
No, you and your cousin.
Oh, we have not.
And also, actually,
we FaceTimed the other day, and I haven't spoken to her in a long time. We have not.
And
that would be interesting.
And did the
That would be interesting. Can I see your pen?
Oh. Yeah. And were you touched after you had this conversation with?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do we think of that? Didn't think anything of that. It wasn't traumatizing even more so. It should have been. Gratefully, it wasn't after that.
Yeah. And so, other than your cousin, who have you spoken to about this? Or who were you able to speak to?
I was able to speak to, I think I mentioned it to my brother lightly, like so light. He said, "Man, stop playing." I was like, "Oh," and we quickly moved on. Let's not talk about that. We quickly moved on.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
How do you? So you said it wasn't traumatizing. So how do you feel? I
mean,
how do you feel now?
That makes me feel better. That helps me to move on. The elaborative, like to elaborate on it would be now. Does it feel good? No. In depth and elaborating on it feels. I feel that. I test that today. Like, oh, that's why I didn't get that far in thought of in it. You know, I've gotten.
What do you mean?
Because I'm very emotional, sensitive. Even still, that is in the books wrong.
Right.
Hurtful, illegal, disgusting. How dare you? Root, foundation of what just basic of what that is.
Got it.
In specifics, so I'm like, I already thought about, I don't think too much on what is wrong, because that means that's my behavior, that's something something I need to handle and or fix. get help with. So I don't think further on it, like black people, where they need to be as far as people. It's a second thought. That's too much.
What do you mean? It's something that you. What's something that you need to get fixed?
Bringing this C up in this class.
Okay.
Financially, I don't and can't juggle work. Like, you know, a Starbucks job would be helpful right now type situation. Not happening, not because I'm lazy or because, no. Things that need to be fixed. Like, I'm thinking about that.
Right. So you don't think about this other stuff. Got it.
Unless it has, that would take away from something that could put those two efforts towards, like getting a job. Productive. Like, I don't, to fix my emotional state, or if it was traumatizing state,
yeah,
I would do it. But to fix and something that's going to make me emotional or think about twice, because this is not going to happen overnight by talking to a therapist.
Right.
We're going to have to touch on this the next hour. If, you know, you do have some taxes that I may not, because I'm not traumatizing, I can be fixed with whatever steps. I don't know how to go. No, I can't do it. I would pray if it was that emotionally, God would fix it in His own. I'm not even saying that's His job. But like, He didn't even think about that right now. Because it's just, obviously, and my God's good. And you know what I'm saying? So like, well, He's real good when it comes to, oh, my child will be fine. He's going to be good. I don't know.
Now, you said earlier that like you didn't know what cum was. You
Then.
Right.
Oh, well, that's okay. That's a gagger.
Sorry.
I don't know where.
I got scared. I was like, are you choking on the gummies?
No, you just didn't come. I mean, come.
Sorry.
All right, that's normal.
You scared me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. So my question.
Wasn't the gum or the gum?
My question was.
I'm gonna eat these.
Yeah, please do. How do you think your culture or what people believed about sex growing up influenced what you learned about sex, or how did you learn about sex?
You would thought I would learn it from that particular experience. You know, I still don't. I know. How is it different from when I was taught?
No, just like how did you
I didn't know
learn
it.
about sex?
I didn't know it. My parents didn't have sex. They didn't. They did, but I didn't. I mean, like those things, like they didn't kiss in front of us.
Yeah. So where did your information?
There was kissing on TV, but it wasn't like, oh, that leads to sex, because we were let out of the room, or we even didn't watch. So we didn't see like we didn't see the passion growing. I swear. On TV.
Yeah.
It's saying like to be dismissed or like even turn it or even no. So when it was different, nothing's different. It was surprising.
When did you learn about sex?
High school.
How?
Sex ed.
Okay.
And that we like it.
What did you?
The boys. I mean, you know the expression of like certain terms were brought up, or here's a girlfriend, or we, you know, hear it by word of mouth of us friends.
Yeah.
And we didn't talk about it because I'm not having a conversation. You know, like what to have like my friends are gonna talk to me about sex. Even my friends. So it's like in the classroom, or my friends even like, are we going? I don't know. That was just like that were brought up when it was had sex was maybe like 12th grade.
When what? What was had?
Had sex.
When you had sex? Okay.
Myself.
Right.
I had sex.
Have you
You
ever
said
had
when you had sex? You've been having sex.
No. I just want to clarify. Have you had sex with a woman ever?
No.
And tell me about that time in 12th grade when you first had sex.
It was my boyfriend. Yeah, he stayed in DC in the ghetto.
And like, do you remember what you were thinking? Like how?
No, I liked him. He was thinking, I don't know. I don't have sex. like, I'll go all the way with, well, we both have to be feeling it, but it's definitely more so I go into their, how they're feeling it. We're doing this because you want it. So therefore I want it.
Okay.
So therefore we want it. We have it.
Right.
That's how it
and
was.
did you enjoy it?
Yeah, because we
were enjoying it?
Yes, I'm not doing,
Right.
I will be celibate or don't touch me. No shit. I don't care. I'm not sexual. I'm not. We have to be friends.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just checking the time. So, how would you define sexual abuse?
Ooh. Would it be that? You're asking me now. Okay. But I would. Remember that question. Would that?
No, I'm just asking you. How do you define sexual abuse?
When it's taken, when it hurts. That's my definition. When it hurts, even if it doesn't hurt. But I know what sexual abuse is, though. But my definition of it, when it hurts.
Okay.
Emotionally, yes. Yes, emotionally and physically, only if it hurts.
And how does that differ if the perpetrator is a man or a woman?
Doing it, the man or woman doing it, or if it being done to a man or woman?
Doing it.
From a woman even doing it? So how does it Oh, it's no different. Hers won't be rough, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Taking it from a male. But I'm assuming. But it's the same.
Okay.
Only if it hurts. Because hers is only if it hurts. I don't know.
Got it.
Excuse me.
Yeah. And think about what you told me earlier. How did the sex or the gender of the scooter affect your understanding of the experience?
How did it affect now? How did it affect?
Yeah, like, did him being a man affect how you see the experience or understand it?
Oh, it didn't confuse me until, because I didn't even think of it as sex or as males, boys, girls, because we wasn't taught boyfriend, girlfriend. We learned that. I learned that like in middle school. I saw boyfriend. I said, oh, okay, that's what my parents are. That and we were just playing. And it was middle school, boyfriend, girlfriend. I didn't have one.
Right.
Those are things that are socially happening. So, but when I mentioned it to when she made my cousin talk, that's when I was like, well, wait, you're a girl. Wait, he's a boy.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm a boy.
Yeah.
Wait. Then my nanny handled it, and it was never thought. It was like, oh, phew. I was thinking nothing because I didn't have a thought. So now I don't have to. Okay, great.
Okay.
Moved on. Effortless, like. But now he's not just a pedophile. Don't answer that. I know. Just saying, like, he was just disgusting because now he has 5 girls. So is he straight? I don't know. I haven't talked to him.
Right.
But I'm just saying. Those girls are being touched. I don't know. Should I call? I don't know. That's the only way I'm thinking about breaking into, like, even if being brought up, maybe for those girls. But, right? I understand.
How have you ever avoided like certain places or activities that reminded you of the experience?
Well, yeah, sex. That's probably why. Yeah, sex, like unwanted sex, like sex. You could feel like maybe we could do this because you want to more than anyway. I can get in the mood. I can get in the mood quickly. Excuse me, but that being touched, period. Touched, period. And it is like a jump, and it is like real, like not like a whole. What the fuck is wrong with him? was he touched? No, it was like, it's really like, oh, so you can know not to do it again, because I'm telling you, like, if anything done again, like, touch my water in the refrigerator, it's not yours. Anything done again, like the repetitive of being said again, it's just crazy to me. It's almost like you don't understand, oh, I didn't deliver it right. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did it. And if I'm ever talking to you or and being in any form of dialogue with anybody, the comprehension is there a little bit.
Right.
Enough to, well, I'll understand. I'm not talking. I'm making, I'm just playing for you.
So touch is a...
Come on, you have to touch me.
Touch is a big thing.
Yes.
Now, have you ever experienced violence of any kind in your intimate adult relationships?
No. I mean, the temperament of, like, you know, no. No. Mm-mm. That's deep.
Has a partner ever physically forced or hurt or threatened you into having sex?
No. Role play. But no.
Okay.
Or like, what you mean, like, I don't feel like having sex tonight?
Yeah.
But, and they still want to, and they're like, come on, get angry, do it unwillingly. No.
Alright.
When I come and they didn't come yet, yes. I'm sorry.
Okay. No,
I'm like, I'm over it, you have no idea. They're like, that's not fair. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that isn't fair. But imagine coming to feeling you be like,
right.
Over it.
Have you ever been in drug or alcohol treatment?
I have for marijuana.
When and where?
In DC.
Was it in what? Do you remember like what year or like when? How long ago?
I was like 20. I was 20.
Okay.
Girl, I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. And was it inpatient or outpatient?
Inpatient.
And like what why did you feel you need to be there?
Oh. I was lazy, and I didn't go back to school to finish out. My GPA had already dropped to where I didn't go back. That's not why I didn't go back. I didn't go back because of weed. I stopped going to classes. Not in neglect, just being high, and what that all brings about. Like, I don't feel like getting up. What? Be on class. I don't feel like getting up. Not because we ain't roll up yet. We ain't smoke. Like, I can't go to class if I don't smoke.
Okay.
Mindset was crazy. I was, yeah. But my dad did that.
Your dad was the reason you went?
Well, not for him, because he was like, "What? I'm not sending you back down there. You can do nothing here."
Okay.
What you want? Yeah. And he let me know. He didn't let me know because I wasn't hearing it. I wasn't, what's it called? Defiant. But I was just like, and he was letting me know my behaviors towards or like responses to. He's like, "Ron, that's not you. Not like you changed." And he broke it down. I was like, "You're right. I wouldn't have done that."
Did he suggest you go, or was it your own?
Oh, I was gone. He suggested.
Okay. Okay.
Was 30 days. Why not just stop smoking weed? He like, what? Then stop smoking. I was like, because we don't lie to him. I was like, oh, you're right.
Okay. And how much did you talk about sexual history while you were there, whether with your provider or in support groups?
While I was there, how often?
Yeah.
Every day about
sexual history.
Oh, what? No.
Did they ever talk about sexual?
They probably brought it up because some of those things correlate.
But you're not sure.
I'm positive it did. Not mine specifically.
Okay.
Of course not.
Have you ever been in mental health counseling, whether it's individual or group?
No, I haven't.
Alright.
Oh, it's 1:30.
We're getting towards the end. Last page.
Hey.
And do you currently have a medical provider?
I do.
And is this person a man or a woman?
It's a man.
And have you ever, or has he ever asked about your sexual history, or if you've experienced physical or sexual abuse or family violence?
Yes. Initially, and when first meeting him, because I've got a new doctor since moving here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, he
asked about all of those things, or
no? No, he hasn't. He hasn't. I would think.
What did he ask?
I don't know. He's not asking much of anything now. He's back. He's like a. I'm gonna call him this. I don't mind a heterosexual doctor, but he's like heterosexual doctor, like dealing with. I don't know. I want to relate not to necessarily him. I don't want a friend or psychologist. I would like a friend in my doctor. I would like my pediatrician to be my now adult doctor, because not that I can talk to him, is because he cares about my hangnail and what could come from that.
Right. He cared.
He always said cry. I said not prescribe something, not tell me how to not wash dishes or get more manicures. I'm saying be my doctor. And he's not that. We're going to have to fix that. So I'm shopping with doctors. So no, he does not.
Yeah, and how important do you think it is for medical providers to ask their patients about sexual history?
Unless it's affected now, affected literally now, none. Unless it's mentally.
Okay.
I need to be referred to some, diagnosis-wise, unless it's that, from that, or it spirals from the triggers, or, no.
Okay.
You need to get some stuff off your chest, go ahead, tell them, yes.
Now, should they be aware of patients' prior histories of sexual abuse?
If it's, what's it called, medically,
you can,
or has to come back. If it's medically, it's not relative. It's not. It's what's it called? It's irrelevant. It's not relevant.
Okay.
I say relevant.
And what types of services do you think would specifically benefit Black and Latino youth who've experienced sexual abuse?
That have experienced it. Maybe groups that express that actually have a rubric or not tips, necessary tools that they can apply to begin to help, that they can utilize when they're not in that group that is expressive, because we can. Just to have a room or a group every day where men are expressing their feelings about what they sexually went through, abusive-wise, with no tactic, with no...
So you're saying structure is...
No. It doesn't have to be structured or what have you. I'm saying, statistically, you can help 1% of the person in this group, not about them talking, that naturally will happen. I'm talking about whoever's helped the group. Someone should be helped from the group.
Okay.
We have we have a cure for HIV, and we want you to come to this group. And someone should be cured from that. It's like, so it should help.
Okay, so it would help somebody, is what you're saying.
Like, for instance, me saying, like, us expressing my experiences through sexual abuse from young. I will want me expressing it in a particular study, because it isn't this one, to help prevent it. Like, my story should prevent, not just as being said, unless I'm being helped. But I'm running with it. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. And
oh, excuse me.
What would you find person most helpful in terms of support services of any kind for any reason?
This one is helpful for me. Whether it's it's helpful for you guys. This one is helpful.
So
I've never talked about like stuff. I guess. Well, it won't go by way like this all the time. But okay, to help other people with
Like-
those groups.
Okay. But you're saying the study is helpful? Like doing this right now is
For
helpful?
me, it was because
why?
I got to bring to surface what would never have been talked about, would still never be talked about again after. Well, not never, but when the next time would I bring it up? You know, to touch base with something that happened that I don't even talk to myself about. It's kind of cool. I don't know if it helped. I don't know what happened here, but it does feel good. Like, oh, Dominique, no, she gonna kill us. She got him.
Well, I'm happy
I'm saying
it's positive.
Yeah. Right. I didn't want it to happen, and then when you told me, well, actually, this is not about that, or I was like, oh, I'm just playing. I was like, I might as well run with it. I was like, but I think that that's what this is. Misconstrued something along the line.
Yeah.
When it could have very well been that, but I'm saying, but I'm like, well, wait, I'm just going to sit in that one because that one, it feels good to me. That's why when I was reading the first page, I was like,
Yeah.
what? So, yeah.
And do you have any recommendations for how providers can give better quality care?
Cool.
Like,
Yes, be more related. Be more.
Okay.
Be more. I guess I was a son. Like if you, I don't know, take on your patients like you care about them, and if you don't, try to, because you're a doctor. I know that's a bit deep from what you paid for, but I'm saying, try to or recommend them to refer them to somebody you know who would care specifically for not just personality, but for this person and their particular. That's something they're not else getting paid for. To refer them to somebody that specifically can help them. Like I do not know how to deal with old ladies, but I do know so he's real good. He's young. He's real good with old ladies. And I can have I'm a good doctor. I can help, but no, he real good with old ladies. So I refer. But sometimes you may not have references because this old lady, she might curse, and he not good. Him down there that's good, but old lady's not good. But that's a lot of thought, but it freaking helps because I'm going through that now. Like, why is my doctor like scared to ask him something? It's all like by book. Oh, you come 3 minutes for the checkup. No, I could come in every day. My hangnail looks like it's about to grow something, and it isn't. Is it?
Right.
And not that deep, but I'm saying for real. Like what? I could be going through it. I don't know.
No.
Be my doctor is what I say. And I'm paying for it. This is corny, not daddy, but I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I.
And finally, we're gonna wrap out
Woo,
now. Is there anything that you would like to tell me that we haven't spoken about?
No. Other than thank you for listening, to the extra little pieces, like for real. It did get on the deep end, like, well, all he needs a hug. It's not this serious, but yeah, I would like to talk about that again, but I just want to say thank you for that part. But that's all. I think we covered a whole lot.
Well, thank you for being so honest.
Yes.
Did my gender, race, ethnicity affect your answers?
No, it didn't. It was actually cool. I didn't think I was going to like talking to yes, but you're totally different. No wonder he likes you. Yes.
Tell me why. That's actually helpful information.
Like black people. He'd say, oh, I was like, Dominic. I was like, oh, she sounds cute. He was like, she's black. I was like, I'm going to be sitting across from this black. You're nothing like, trust me. It's like, I'm really grateful you. Oh, please edit that.
No,
so ignorant.
Really,
I don't speak like
fine.
that, but I'm saying, like, to my friends, or it's underlining stuff. Like, that's the stuff I have to deal with. I've been talking about people since I was in 5th grade. Not cool, not cute, and I'm a child of God? No. That's deep in that stuff I got to deal with before pulling up the sea that's dropping down.
You're okay. I'm gonna.
But yes.